Gators, it's Miss Matthews, and I have a friend with me. Oh, say hi, Tiny. So, though the kids had named this Tiny, you can see Tiny is quite a big alligator. So, we are here to read a book to you. And the book that Tiny chose is The Bears in the Bed and the Great Big Storm by Paul Bright and Jane Chapman. You ready to get reading? Yeah, I'll set you right there, Tiny. All right. Ooh, what a neat cover page here. The Bears in the Bed and the Great Big Storm. How the wind blew! It howled in the treetops so that the branches bent and creaked and the leaves shivered and shook. It blew over the hills and the high places, howling and wailing through the rocky passes. Bear and Mrs. Bear slept warm and snug and untroubled in their beds. Then Bear felt a tugging at his blanket. He opened one eye. There was Baby Bear. There's a monster outside. I can hear it howling and wailing, and I'm scared. Can I sleep in your bed? There's no such thing as monsters, said Bear. What a scaredy bear you are. But he pulled back the cover, and Baby Bear snuggled up, warm and safe. How the thunder crashed. It boomed and crackled so the house shuddered and the windows rattled. It grumbled and rumbled and echoed and faded, only to boom and crash again. Mrs. Bear and Baby Bear slept warm and snug and untroubled in their bed, but Bear laid awake with his paws over his ears. Then Bear felt a tapping on his shoulder. There was Little Bear. There's a monster outside. Its tummy is rumbling and grumbling, and it's going to eat me. Can I sleep with you? There's no such thing as monsters, said Bear. You're another scaredy bear. But he lifted the cover, and Little Bear snuggled up warm and safe. How the lightning flashed! It forked and flickered, lighting and scurrying clouds and splashing quick black shadows on the windows and the walls. Mrs. Bear and Baby Bear and Little Bear slept warm and snug and untroubled in their bed, but Bear lay awake with his pillow wrapped around his head. Then Bear felt a tapping on his nose. It was young Bear. There's a monster outside. It has huge twisted horns and it's making shadows on my wall. Can I come sleep in your bed? There's no such thing as monsters, cried Bear. But he let young Bear climb into the bed where he snuggled up, warm and safe. Now Bear was wide awake. He listened to the wind howling and the thunder crashing. He watched the lightning fork and flash. Young Bear's right, he thought. The shadows on the wall do look like monster horns. And he pulled the covers right over his head. Suddenly, there was a rat-tat-tat on the door. Everybody woke at once. Who could that be? Said Bear. It's probably nothing at all, said Mrs. Bear. Go and see. And she gave Bear a little push. Bear climbed nervously out of bed. He picked up a candle to light his way and padded slowly, ever so slowly, to the front door. You're all such scaredy bears, he said to the others. There's no such thing as monsters. As he turned the handle, the wind blew the door open and the candle went out, and everything was black as black. Then the lightning flashed. Can you see who it is? A monster! Shouted Bear. He jumped back in fright and dived straight under the bed. It's not a monster, it's a moose, said Moose, stepping through the doorway. The storm has blown my house away. Can I sleep in yours? Bear peered out from under the bed. Baby Bear and Little Bear and Young Bear laughed and laughed and laughed. What a scaredy bear you are, they said. Don't you know? There's no such thing as monsters. All right. Thank you all for listening and letting me join you. And Tiny and I are here to tell you to have sweet dreams. And we miss you and we love you. And we'll see you soon. Good night, Gators.